everyone, and welcome back to another video at my YouTube channel and blog. Today I'm coloring this adorable little raccoon from Koala Crafts. It's one of the many adorable little digis that Jen Evers designs over at Koala. I will have a link in the video description below along with a coupon code. So if you want to check out her cute digis and try out a few, you can use the discount code to save on some money, maybe get more than one. Okay, back to the coloring. Raccoons are black and white, but I decided to use, instead of black and white, shades of gray and black. So I'm using cool grays and I'm using warm grays. So this is my take on a raccoon. And I thought he turned out pretty cute. I will have listed over on my blog all of the Copic markers that I used in coloring this little guy. And also I will have a link. I searched, different places, and I think, about the best that you can buy Copic markers is about for $5.24 a piece. And so I will have a link to a store if you're interested in purchasing more Copic markers or getting started on Copic markers. A link to that store where you can buy them at that price. You can find them on sale at other places or probably get to around that price, but this is like an everyday price. So this is where I get my refills and everything from as well. So anyway, that'll be linked in the video description if I've got room. If not, they'll definitely be over on my blog. So do check out my blog for all the details, for all the links and everything. So anyway, back to coloring. I think W00 is what I had there, and it was a little bit too much of a jump from the W3. So I just used a little bit of a tip-to-tip technique there just to help that transition a little bit. So just keep coloring here, and basically I just kind of did a center kind of lighting, not really any specific light source. I just wanted to give him a rounded effect, a 3D feel to him. So I just did, darker on the outside, lighter in the middle, and then where there would be some natural shadows, like between his nose there and under the arms, and around the leg creases and everything. But anyway, so I just changed up my beginning. I like to do a new beginning and ending to my videos every year. So I just changed this one up. I don't really know how to make one of my own, so I'm just using ones that are in my video software. Oh, and here I went outside the lines, and I was just cleaning it up a little bit with a colorless blender. Blacks are grays is one of the easier ones to clean up with a colorless blender, unlike reds. But anyway, back to the video beginning and ending. So just curious if anybody likes it, doesn't care, just me, just new year, new beginning. So I decided to try a new beginning and ending to my videos. But anyway, so you can let me know down in the comments below what you think. So there's not just a whole lot to choose from in my video software, so that's what it is, and that's why we have a new look to our videos. But anyway, so now on to the focal panel on the front of my card. This is a piece of Bristol smooth cardstock, and I'm using cracked pistachio in the Distress Oxide ink, and I'm just blending some on with my little mini blending tool. I haven't done just a whole lot with this color yet, so my blending tool didn't have a lot of ink in it, so it was going on really slowly. But the more I did it, the more filled with ink my little blending pad got, and it started going on a little bit better. So now I'm going to take out this Simon Says stencil called Tiny Spaced Hearts. I got this last Valentine's. It is still available. And I'm using the Delicata pink shimmer ink that came in a recent Simon Says kit. And I'm just pouncing it through these little tiny hearts, which was not easy to do. I had to kind of use the edge of the blending tool and kind of some pouncing and rocking motions to get it inside these little tiny hearts. And I thought my hand was going to cramp, honestly, before I got done, but it turned out really cute, and I'm glad I stuck with it and continued to do it and get the whole thing covered, because I think it turned out really cute with these little shimmering pink hearts all over the front of my card. So obviously you could use this card for Valentine's or just a because card, I guess. The stamp set that I'm going to use in this on this card was the one that I just got in the Simon Says Stamp January card kit, Favorite Person. It is the stamp set Really Like You, and it's got a lot of cute little things in it. So I wanted him to hold some balloons with a sentiment, and so I went to my Cricut design space, excuse me, and I found some different shaped little balloons, and I got some Copic markers out that I thought matched the cracked pistachio. I didn't check that out before really I started coloring. And I colored these two and was looking at them on the front of my card and realized these were way too blue. And I thought, oh, geez. So I went back, yeah, and that's where I checked it out, went, too blue. So then I went back to my Copic markers and I got like a light green, and I went over the whole balloon, and it changed the hue a little bit, but not just a whole lot. So then I went back again and decided on another 3 set of markers to color these other 2. And these matched YG11, you can see there, and then G40. And then I think the last color was another YG, I think 41. Again, I'll have it listed over on my blog. But I thought these matched much better to the front of my card. And except that I think they were a little too green, and so then I went over with one of my BG colors, and then it matched really good. I really liked how these 2 balloons came out. I thought they matched the front of my card really good. So I'm only going to use these 2 on the front, and I'm going to use the other 2 on the inside of my card. And then I just took my black 100 marker and colored in my colored my strings. And I did the sides of the strings so there wouldn't be any white showing. So I thought that would really stand out against the black. So I just did the sides of the strings really quickly. So if you search Cricut Design Space for balloons, you get lots of options. And I thought these 3 were just the cutest. And my home phone is ringing, but it says invalid number. And I don't know about you, but I get so many calls every day, every week of these rotodial calls that just drive me crazy. Okay, so here I'm using my Signo white gel pen to put highlights in my balloons. And this one was a fat balloon, so I decided it needed a bigger highlight. And then I decided to put Winka Stella, clear Winka Stella on all my little balloons to give them some shimmer and shine. And my Winka Stella is going dry on me, so it took a little bit to get these coated. All right, so now we're gonna, I somehow missed, or maybe I was talking about something else. Those hearts that I stamped on my background piece, they're a heart from the that Simon Says stamp set Really Like You, along with this XOXO sentiment. And on the other balloon, I stamped Love You. And I went back to the Delicata pink shimmer ink to do these, and so it's really sparkly. And on the inside of my card, I'm using the You're My Favorite stamp, and I'm doing that in the cracked pistachio. And then there's also this little border stamp that's just XOs, and I'm going to do that in the pink shimmer ink as well. I tried to stay with a real simple kind of color palette for the card itself, so that my cute little digi image would just really pop and you know, stand out on the card. I really wanted for him to be the focus of the card, and you know, really catch your eye and everything. So here I'm using my Mega Dot Runner to add adhesive to the back of my balloons. It's a little bitty tiny dot, so it adds adhesive to those little strings real easy. So I'm just taking a baby wipe and cleaning up the extra dots off the front of my card. Off of my craft sheet. Sorry. Now I'm just working on the placement of my balloons and things, seeing how I want to lay that out. And I'm going to pop my little guy up with pop dots and my balloons too. So just grabbing those and putting a generous amount on the back of here. So if you send it in the mail, it won't crush, or you can use a solid piece of craft foam. But I just grabbed my little dots and just used a bunch of these. And before I stick these on, I'm going to just add a little tape runner to the back of this and adhere it to my card base before I put my little raccoon on. It's easier to do it that way before you get the little popped up guy on there. Then I put another little pop dot behind the balloon, and then just added a little bit of Nuvo adhesive to glue the end of the string down to the little raccoon's hand or arm, and just adding some pop dots to the other one. And this one's string wasn't quite as long, so it's gonna have to go in front, kind of over him, but it's, you know, it's black, so it blends in, so I didn't think it was real bad. Then I decided to add it's a little wink of Stella to his eyes, and I really think that turned out cute. Gave his little eyes some sparkle, and it looks really adorable. And then I got out my black glaze pen and decided to go over his nose and his little mouth, and that just gives it a lot of shine and a little bit of raisedness to it, so it gives a little bit of dimension. And so then I decided to add some Nuvo crystal drops in Sea Breeze as just a final embellishment to finish off the card. And so here's some final looks at the card, and I hope everybody has a great day, and thanks for watching and subscribing and thumbs upping. I really appreciate all your support.